Okay, hello everybody. Hello, my innumerable fans, my team, my squad. Today is another review of Golden Sun, the second novel by Pierce Brown in the Red Rising series. Is that what the series is called? Anyway, do you know what's interesting about this book, this series? If you look at the book itself, nowhere does it tell you which number of the series it is. Unless, at least, nowhere noticeable, nowhere on the cover does it say, this is book 2. So you actually have to look it up online. You have to check to see which one is this one. This is number 2, Golden Sun. Red Rising is number 1. Number 3 is Morning Star, which I found that all out online. Just finished this last night, okay? Just finished the second book from Red Rising. Wow, what a journey. If you think Red Rising was good, try this one out for size. This follows the story, as you would have guessed, from the first to the second. The ending of the first, he finishes this game where he's the victor of this war-styled game. He is the victor. He wins pretty spectacularly. And then he moves into Augustus's family. That's Darrow we're talking about, the main character Darrow. He moves into that family. He sort of gets taken under the wing of Augustus as one of their lancers, as one of his lancers, the family Augustus. I would say this is better than the first. I would say it has more layers to it. It's got more things happening. You're in space more, so it's definitely much more of a traditional sci-fi sort of vibe, because there's ships and there's space and there's a lot of battles, space battles. And this book is my favorite book. This is the only book that has ever existed. I did not prepare anything. I don't prepare anything before these reviews. Maybe I should. We've got the characters where a lot of golds. There was always golds in the last one, so there's golds still in this one. We've got Mustang's back in the picture. Severo's back. We've got everyone back. Cassius is back. Not for a very long... He's there in spicks and little speckety specks of Cassius. Golden Sun. Fantastic. You look at this up on Goodreads. And this is higher rated than Red Rising. This has got a 4.5 out of 5. Red Rising had a 4.3 or 4.4. I would say that's pretty accurate. This just has a bit more depth, more layers to it. It's just more things happening. I was honestly a little bit put off in the beginning, just because the situation changed to a new location, and I was like, oh, we're going to have to get a full new understanding of this new location, but not really. I feel like one thing about these books is there's never really moments of, all right, we're going to have to build up the world here, build up the situation, the location. It's a very, like I said last time, same writer, same style. It's a very direct. It's very... What am I doing with my life? This book is very... We are with Darrow on this journey, and we've got his comrades that he has built around him. There's a lot more in this book about his relationship with the Sons of Ares, the rebellion group. that are trying to overthrow the current situation. There's more involved with that with the grand plan. And there's a lot of action taken in order to make that plan come true, which is to essentially bring the lower colors up and not have such a to try and bring more opportunity to the lower colors and not have a world so divided. And there's more towards that. In last book, it was more him just sort of becoming a gold. But he did do well. I'll tell you one thing about this book. I finished it. I had plans to read another book. I was going to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I was going to read that. But as soon as I finished this book, I found Morning Star, I picked it up and I started reading instantly after this one finished. So the ending of this book is very impactful. Dare I say, it has a twist. We have many moving parts in this book. There's betrayals. There's love. There's a lot of battles, a lot of warfare, which is sort of what you expect with these books. Which is good. I like it. You never get bored with this book. You know, this one didn't take me 3 days to finish. Red Rising took me 3 days. This one took me maybe 7 or something. 7 to 10, like a normal bookie book. But the ending really made me just jump back in for more. There's just this feeling of like wanting to... It's like vengeance we want. We want Darrow to rise. We want the enemy to be destroyed. This book was better than Red Rising. I'm going to say it. I loved Red Rising. I might have read it too quickly. I don't care. I feel like it actually sort of maybe is the sort of book you can read quickly. This one, I feel like it's probably better to read it a little bit slower, just to absorb it a little bit more. It's a fascinating book. An amazing series. The next is Morning Star. So I wanted to show you a couple of other books I bought, which I'm planning on reading. I was planning on reading these immediately after I finished Golden Sun, but now it looks like Morning Star's just going to have to be finished because I can't just live with the ending of that and just leave it. But these are the books. So Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinnerman. Lots of hype around this online. There's some mixed reviews. Some people say they love it. Some people say it's not as good as they thought. But it's definitely in the buzz zone. It's flippin' expensive. $50 this cost. And then I also got this one. The Will of the Many by James Islington. And I actually got these because in the start of Golden Sun, I was like, no, this isn't the series. I'm going to have to depart from it. And there was just one period. I don't know what it was. It's because I think it's because what I was expecting with Red Rising, or what I experienced with Red Rising, was a certain way. They were in the one spot the majority of the book. So it was like the one sort of area. But this book, it's not. They go from one to the other, then to another, and it's like they move about. So the first time they sort of jumped about, they go to the moon, the lunar, they call it Luna, I think, just Luna, if my memory serves. And I was like, I don't want to have to develop a whole new place, and he's sort of like describing, I was like, But anyway, that slowly dissipated. I continued on, and it was fantastic. But during that time, I actually just looked up what's some books to read if you like the Red Rising series. Just, I don't know, I wanted to change. These ones came up, so The Will of the Many, that's a new one. This is meant to be like Red Rising and The Name of the Wind combined. It's thick, very thick. This was very cheap. I bought this for $22 posted to my house. Whereas this one, which was also on the list, Dungeon Crawler Carl, book number 1, which this one tells you, book 1, says which book it is. This one also says book 1. For some reason, the Red Rising series don't say that it's book 1 or anything. But anyway, this was $50, but this was also on the list. This got really good reviews, 4.5. So did The Will of the Many. The people say The Will of the Many is like Red Rising and The Name of the Wind combined, which I loved The Name of the Wind, and obviously I like Red Rising. So who knows when that'll get read, though, because the way it's going, unless I'm dissatisfied with book 3 of the Red Rising series, looks like I might just continue and finish that full series. You know, it's not complete yet, I don't think. But where can they go? This guy, Pierce Brown, he really, I think he must put so much, I said this in the first, he must put so much effort into the storyline, like the plot structure. You know, it's like, all right, Darrow's going to be here, and then he has a bit of a low, oh no, he has a low moment. Then he rises up again, and it's like, okay, then he sort of stabilizes. Then he has a sort of trajectory going upwards in momentum, and then like, oh, he keeps going up, and then like it stabilizes, and like, oh, okay, this happens, and then, you know, big cataclysmic drop at the end of his status. Which isn't spoiling, maybe, but fuck off, no one watches this shit. So, yeah, good book. That's a 9 out of 10, that book. It's great. It's got to be one of my favourite books I've read this year. Undoubtedly, probably in the top 10 of my favourite books of all time now, just because of it. It's just such an enjoyable ride. So thank you very much. Goodbye.